Hey, hey, Blue Table fans! There's your shockwaves of happiness. Guess what? Guess what? Things are going to get better for you. Yes, that's right. Things do get better. They don't stay bad forever. They do go up. You just gotta, don't peg your value to what's going on or how much money you have in the bank right now or how much is coming in. Don't let those variables, drag you around. You've got to determine your own value, how you're going to feel. So let's talk about probabilities. And so today we're going to do 2d6. Yes, I know how to make a D. 2d6. Okay, so let's say you're adding 2d6 together and you're getting for a leadership test, for example. So let's take a look. So on one dice, in fact, let's draw a dice up here. Why not? Let's get some pips on there. We'll make this a 3 and this what's the other one, a 2. Some pips up there. Okay, so there's a dice, and then there's a dice over here. Ooh, isn't it great to look at the back of my head? You can get a great view of my foot from down there. Okay, so by the way, you'll notice on a D6, if you add up the opposite sides, they add up to 7. So the 1 and the 6 are on opposite sides, the 2 and the 5, and the 3 and the 4 are on opposite sides. Huh. I wonder how many people knew that. Did I teach you something new? All right, so here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the possibilities on the first dice. That 3 is a little off. Now let's do the possibilities on the second dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's go ahead and just do a grid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. So as you notice, this is a 6 foot by 6 by 6 grid. So how many possibilities are there when you roll these two dice? There are 36 of them. If you were paying attention in school, hey, paying attention in school is overrated. Pay attention to what's interesting. That's what you should do. All right, so, I'm surprised I don't get more hate mail from parents. All right, so whoosh. So, you could have dice A, let's call that A, come up as a 1, and dice B come up as a 1. Right? And that's this one right here. Or dice A could be a 5, and dice B could be a 3, and that's this grid right here. And so there's no possibilities that aren't on here, except, I guess, it spins around forever or something, Inception style. So let's go ahead and add these up and find out the possibilities of what happens here. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See how that works? Okay, now let's do the next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See the pattern there? So let's do the next one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do the next one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's do the next one, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the next one is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so that's how they add up. So now it's going to get interesting. So how many 7s are on here? Which one of these numbers appears most? It's the 7, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of the 36 possible combinations, the 7, let's get a red marker out. It's 2, 3, 4, wait, it's more than that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. The 7 appears how many times? Let me see if you're able to see this. It's the downside of the flip. No, actually that works out quite nicely. Okay, so the 7 appears 2, 4, 6 times. Okay, so that means out of 36 times, the 7 appears 6 times. So what does that mean? If you express it as a fraction, it's 6 over 36. So if you reduce it down, you would get 1 over 6. That means there's a 1 in 6 chance that the 7 is going to appear. Lucky number 7, because guess what? That appears the most. And what's the least, the one that least likely appears? There's 2 possibilities. You have, of course, the 2 to roll a 1 and a 1. There's only one combination that makes that. And the 12. There's only one combination that makes that. So we go down to get a 2 is only 1 chance in 36. So that is a lot less. In fact, it's like a 2-point-something% chance that you're going to roll 1s. But there is a 1 in 6 chance, which is about a 16% chance of a 7 appearing. So let's go to a 3. A 3 appears how many times? 2 times. See how this is going to work? It's on a diagonal. A 4 appears 3 times. A 5 appears 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And a 6 appears 5 times. And now on the other end, it goes down. It goes, an 8 appears 5 times. A 9 appears 4 times. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. 10 appears 3, and 11 only has 2 different ways to make an 11. A 5 and a 6, and a 6 and a 5. That's it. 11, 11. And then good old 12 only appears 1 time. So do you see a pattern here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the probabilities of this. So to make a leadership test, so here's how you calculate your chances. To make a leadership test on a 7 or lower, you would have to, there's a 6 in 36, a 5 in 36, a 4 in 36. So if you did it as a fraction, it would be this relatively complicated string here. It would be, to roll a 7, it would be 1 in 36, 2 in 36, 3 in 36, 4 in 36. Plus, these should be plus signs in between here. Plus 5 in 36, plus 6 in 36. So if you add all those up, you end up with, wow, I can do this, 21 out of 36 is the result. So, meaning there's a 21 in 36 chance of making a leadership check on a 7 or lower. So, yeah, guys, this is basically how 2d6 works. And I'm going to go ahead and erase this and show you what a bell curve of probabilities is. So, a bell curve is where you're adding the 2 things together. So the chance of getting a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then up here, up this side, you say there's a 1 in 36, 2, 3, 4 in 36, 5, 6 in 36 chance. So basically, to get a 2, there's only 1 chance of that. So it goes like this. Humps on the 7. And then it goes down the other side. So there's a weighted probability in the middle of this spectrum. And it's the same anytime you add 2 dice together. So let's do a fun game here. And let's just do a very simple probabilities thing that you can do inside of your own head. So let's say your model, whatever it is, let's say it's a Space Marine captain, gets wounded twice, and your captain has an invulnerable save of 4+. So what you would do is you would write this chart. You would go, there's a 1 through 3 is a failure, and a 4 through 6 is a success. So this is equal, so it's just like having a result of 1 or a result of 2. It's like a coin toss. Coin toss is what you have to imagine here. So now, what is the other dice? 1 through 3, 4 through 6. So this is how this probability works. How many wounds does he take if it's in this square right here? That he fails one and he fails the other. He takes 2 wounds. And then here, this dice saves him, but the other one fails, so he takes 1 wound. And here, he takes 1 wound because he failed that one but saved that one. And then over here, he takes 0 wounds because he saved both of them. So, what are the chances now? So you've got out of 4. So as a percentage, each of these is 25%. 25%, 25%, 25%. Or you could just say 1 out of 4. So for him to take 2 wounds, there's a 25% chance of that. There's a 50% chance, because you add both of these together, 2 out of the 4 squares, that he'll take 1 wound, and a 25% chance that he will take no wounds. And that's the result of that. So, yeah, I think that's all the more we're going to go into this, this math hammer type stuff. Hopefully this will be helpful to you when you're imagining what can happen. And good players can run these probabilities really fast in their heads. They don't just charge in and go, I guess that's it. They can actually sit there while you're taking your move and just go, all right, if I take those witches in, how many wounds am I going to do? And you see this a lot on forums and whatnot where people figure out what the probabilities are. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. And do want to say that we have an awesome inquiries department. If you would like to get a quote on assembled and painted miniatures, we're available for projects large and small. We can do masked 3-color tabletop. Our regular Wargamer standard, level 3, is very strong, and I would highly recommend that. It's the biggest bang for your buck that we have. And all the way up to, you can get display quality figures done, suitable for putting in, say, a rule book or on box art. So, away I go.